Mostly I want to thank my family and several others and coaches that have made this possible. Obviously my wife, any of you that have coaches' wives and have had your wives involved with your career, it's really a major part. My wife Pam, who's sitting over here, she's been involved with our basketball program 30 years at Dobson, and she's very, very supportive. So at first I don't think she was really too keen about going to basketball games and everything that went along with it, but she's really grown to love it. So I really appreciate her, and my mom also as a coach's wife. So she's been through this thing for a long, long time. So they've probably been to thousands and thousands of games, and honestly, none of us would be up here without our wives. My two boys that aren't here today, Matt's coaching. He's a basketball coach at Concordia University, and Mick's playing basketball in Germany right now. So they're not here, and but they would like to hang out with us here. My dad's not here today. He fell and broke his hip, so he's in a rehab center working on a little mobility. So anyway, I'd like to thank him so much for everything that's been going on. My sister Kelly and her husband Charlie Bixby, and their support and being around all the time and coming to games and just always being there in our corner helping out. So it's really a family thing, and it's kind of an easy thing with us. We just do everything together, and it's hard to believe. Pat and I were talking earlier. It just goes by so fast. Starting my 32nd year at Dobson, and then that's probably amazing to me. Back in high school, I was fortunate to play both basketball and baseball at Saguaro, and I played for Hal Eustace, and we had a great time there. We won back-to-back state championships, and Hal was a great person to play for. I played basketball for my dad. He was the head coach, but also Buddy Doolin and his wife Janice, who took me in when I moved to Mesa, and so they were part of our staff at Saguaro, along with Chuck Hyatt and Jim Flannery, and then Coach Viadent has been around all the time through the years at Saguaro. At the U of A, I was just blessed to play for great coaches. Coach Kendall and Coach Wing and Coach Johnson were the coaches when I first got there. Coach Stitt had come in after I graduated, but what a great experience. And it's funny, I find myself so much in my coaching career doing so many things that I learned being a baseball player at the U of A, and then obviously from all the coaches all along. And I think we all find that out as we get older. The Dobson school and the Mesa school system, I got my job when I was pretty young, and the guy that brought me in is an old Arizona guy, Jake Rowden, who many of you know. So Jake was early on in my career, and then it's kind of funny. Kelly and I grew up being around Rincon sports, because my dad was a basketball and baseball coach at Rincon. So we would go watch Jimmy Crawford, Dave Crawford, Pat Darcy. They're all playing, Rudy Mendoza. So we kind of grew up there, and we were really tied into Rincon. And then my dad moved to Saguaro, and then Saguaro-Rincon had fierce rivalries growing up. And then ever since I've moved to Phoenix, I've probably become closer with the South Point crew, who was back there, with Frankie Garcia and Jim Keeley. I had to mention Jim Keeley's name. Bob was giving me a hard time. But it's funny how the Tucson connection is such a great connection. But all in all, I'm really proud to be here, and it's such a great group, and what a neat thing. So thank you very much.